Most brands think that deliverability is a tech issue, but the real reason your emails land in promotion or spam is actually simple. You're sending it to people who don't care. And when email service providers see low engagement, they punish your entire domain, meaning even your best campaigns get buried. Look, I've been managing email marketing for e-commerce brands for over 5 years, and I've seen brands spend thousands on fancy designs and clever copy only to have their email disappear into the void. Meanwhile, brands with basic templates but rock solid deliverability are printing money. In this video, I'll show you the little known hacks that can 3x your deliverability fast. An engagement-based sending system that fixes your reputation before you touch copy or design. We manage email marketing for 27 8-figure brands, and for many of them, fixing deliverability has instantly increased the revenue by 20 to 30% without changing any product or ads. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your current approach is actually hurting your sender reputation, and you'll have a step-by-step system to fix this. But first, let me show you the warning signs that your domain reputation might actually be cooked. Here's the thing most brands don't realize. Your email service provider won't tell you when your reputation tanks. They'll just quietly deliver a few emails to the inbox. So how do you know if you're in trouble? Here are the red flags I look for when auditing a brand's email program. First, your open rates are constantly below 20%. Now I know what you're thinking, Mark. The iOS update has killed open rates. That's partially true, but if you're constantly under 20%, that's not iOS. That's deliverability problems. Second, you'll see high unsubscribe rate on your valuable content. If you send educational content or product updates and people are still unsubscribing in doves, it means your emails are hitting people who never wanted them in the first place. Third, this is a big one. Your revenue per email is declining even though your list is growing fast. This is a classic sign of poor deliverability. You're adding subscribers, but the email service providers are delivering to fewer inbox, so your revenue stays flat or even drops. I had a client come to me last month. They've grown their list from 50K to 100K subscribers in 6 months, but their email revenue actually decreased by 30%. The problem was they're sending to everyone on their list, including people who haven't engaged with them over a year. Email service providers saw the pattern and basically said, hey, these emails aren't valuable, so we're not going to prioritize them. Before we get into the solution, let's clear up what deliverability actually means, because most brands get it wrong. Deliverability isn't about avoiding spam filters, though that's also a part of it. It's about where your email lands and how your email service providers perceive your sender reputation. Think about it like this. Email service providers like Gmail, Yahoo, and Outlook are basically bouncers at an exclusive club. They're not just checking if you're on a guest list. They're watching how people react when you walk into the room. If the room is consistently ignoring you, avoiding you, or complaining about you, the bouncers will notice. So the next time you show up, maybe you don't get into the VIP section, maybe you get stuck in a corner. Eventually, maybe you just don't get in at all. So that's exactly what happens with email. ESPs track engagement rates, open clicks, replies, forwards, and they use that data to decide where your emails will go. Their algorithm asks, is it high engagement? Is it going to the primary inbox? Is this a low engagement email? And that's when they decide when to put you in a promotion tab or the spam filter. Here's what most brands don't understand. This isn't just about individual emails. ESPs look at your overall sending patterns and reputation. Send to a bunch of unengaged subscribers, and it hurts your deliverability of all your emails, even the good ones. So when I see brands blasting your entire list with every campaign, I know they're slowly poisoning their own deliverability. The solution isn't better subject lines or prettier templates. It's gonna be about smarter sending. Before we dive into the exact system I use to fix this, I wanna show you something. I've created a complete email deliverability audit checklist that gives you 12 steps on exactly how to diagnose your current deliverability issues and fix them step by step. If you want to download it, check out the second link in the description. It's completely free and it'll save you hours of guesswork. All right, here's the core strategy that transforms deliverability for our clients. Engagement first sending. The concept is simple, but the execution is everything. Instead of sending to your entire list, you segment based on engagement levels and send accordingly. The most engaged subscribers get every email, less engaged subscribers get fewer emails, completely unengaged subscribers get removed entirely. Here's why this works. Email service providers don't look at the individual email performance. They look at your overall sending patterns. And when they see that the people consistently engage with your emails, they start treating you like a trusted sender. Your emails get better placement, higher deliverability, and more revenue. Within 60 days of implementing engagement first sending, we helped this client's open rate jump. The key insight here is that it's better to send to 30K highly engaged subscribers than 80K mixed subscribers. ISPs reward consistent engagement, and that reputation boost affects every single email you send forward. But here's where most people mess up. They think engagement first sending just means send to people who opened recently. As part of it, there's a specific way to build these segments that maximize both deliverability and revenue. Let me show you the exact segmentation strategy we use for our clients. This is based on analyzing deliverability data from over 100 different e-commerce brands. First, we need to understand that engagement isn't just about opens. It's about meaningful interactions. We track clicks, opens, and purchase across different time windows. Here's how we structure it. Your hot segment, these are subscribers who have opened or clicked an email in the last 30 days. These people get every campaign you send. They're your most valuable audience, and ISPs love seeing consistent engagement from this group. Your warm segment, these are subscribers who engage in the last 60 days, but not in the last 30. They get about 70% of your campaigns. Skip some of the smaller promotions for them, but include all major campaigns and valuable content. Your cool segment, these are engaged in the last 90 days, but not in the last 60. They get about 40% of your campaigns, mainly your biggest promotions and most valuable content. Your code segment, these are subscribers who haven't engaged in over 90 days. Here's where it gets interesting. Instead of sending regular campaigns, these people get into a re-engagement sequence. If they don't engage within that sequence, they get removed entirely. Here's the most critical part that most people miss. You need to adjust these timeframes based on your sending frequency. If you send daily, 30 days can be too long for your hot segment. If you send weekly, you might want to extend that to 45 days. The key is testing and monitoring your deliverability metrics as you implement this. You can see open rates increase within 2 to 3 weeks, and revenue should follow shortly after that. Now let's talk about the part that scares most brand owners: removing subscribers from your list. I get it, you spend money acquiring those subscribers and it feels wrong to just delete them. But here's the reality. Unengaged subscribers are costing you money in 2 ways. First, you're paying your email service provider to sort them. Second, and more importantly, they're hurting your deliverability for everyone else. So here's the sunset process we use. Step 1. Identify truly unengaged subscribers. These are people who haven't opened, clicked, or purchased in 120 days. Adjust this based on your business model. Step 2. Create a re-engagement campaign. These are typically 3 to 4 emails over 2 weeks with your best offers and most compelling content. The subject line should be something direct, something like "We miss you," or "This is your last chance," or "Are you still there?" Step 3. Give them one final choice. The last email in the sequence should be crystal clear. If you don't want to hear from us anymore, it'll be automatically removed in 48 hours. Click here if you want to stay subscribed. Step 4. Remove non-responders and suppress them. The key insight here is that ISP rewards lists with high engagement rates. When you remove the dead weight, your engaged subscribers get better inbox placement, which more than makes up for the smaller list size. Alright, let's talk about the technical stuff, but I'll keep it simple. Authentication is like showing your ID at the door. It proves you are who you say you are. And there are 3 main authentication protocols you need to set up. First, your SPF. This is your sender policy framework. This tells ISPs which servers are allowed to send emails on behalf of your domain. Think of it as a guest list for your domain. Next, we have the DKIM. This is your domain key identified mail. This adds a digital signature to your email that proves you haven't been tampered with. It's like a tamper-proof seal, basically. Then we have DMARC. This is your domain-based message authentication. This tells ISPs what to do if an email fails SPF or DKIM checks. It's your instruction manual for handling suspicious email. Here's the thing, if you're using Klaviyo, MailChimp, or any major ESPs, they'll help you set these up, but you need to make sure they're actually configured correctly. The key here is not just setting up, but monitoring them. Use tools like MX Toolbox or Google Postmaster Tools to check on your authentication status regularly. Let's talk about content, because even with the perfect segmentation and authentication, spammy content can still taint your deliverability. Here are the biggest content mistakes I see. First, too many links. ISPs get suspicious when emails have 10 plus links, especially if they're all going to different domains. Keep it simple. One primary CTA, maybe a few secondary links. Second, spam trigger words. Yes, words like free or urgent can actually hurt you, but context matters more than the words themselves. Free shipping on orders over $50 is fine. Free money, click now is not. Third, poor text to image ratio. If your email is 90% images with barely any text, ISPs can't analyze your content properly, and it looks like you're trying to hide something. Fourth, broken or suspicious links. Always test links before sending and avoid URL shorteners unless absolutely necessary. Here's a simple rule. If your email looks like something a scammer would send, ISPs will treat you like spam. So keep your content clean, professional, and valuable. Let me give you a simple weekly checklist to maintain high deliverability. On Monday, check your engagement metrics from the previous week. Are your open rates and click rates trending up or down? Tuesday, review your list growth and unsubscribe rates. Sudden spikes in other directions are red flags. On Wednesday, you can test your authentication setups using MX Toolbox or similar tools. Thursday, audit your upcoming campaigns for content issues. Spam words, too many links, or broken URLs. Friday, you can review your segment performance. Are your engaged segments staying engaged? Do you need to adjust those timeframes? This maybe takes 15 minutes per week, but it can save you from major deliverability issues. This takes maybe 15 minutes per week, but it can save you from major deliverability disasters. Here's exactly what I'll do if your deliverability is cooked. Week 1, implement engage-based segmentation and stop sending to anyone who has engaged in 90 days. Week 2, set up proper authentication and fix your DMARC policy. Week 3, Launch a re-engagement campaigns for cold subscribers. Week 4. Start the sunset process for truly unengaged subscribers. Fixing deliverability is one of the highest ROI moves you can make because it multiplies every email you send after it. But engagement-based sending only works when you set it up correctly, not when you just toggle it on. The segmentation needs to be precise, the sunset sequence needs to be compelling, and the authentication needs to be bulletproof. Get one piece wrong and you could actually hurt your deliverability instead of helping it. If you want us to implement a proven email marketing system into your e-commerce brand and actually see revenue go up, book a free strategy call using the first link in the description. We'll audit your current setup and show you exactly what's holding you back from more revenue. And if you want to see my full email system, watch this video next. It ties the deliverability flows and campaigns into one retention channel that's generate over 100 million for our clients. See you there.